Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashmita and I hope you all are doing well. And right now I will be sharing my thoughts on the Malayalam film Madhuram, which released like a couple of weeks back and is currently streaming on Sony Live. I will be delving into mild spoilers, so yes, let's just get right into it. The movie starts with a bit of a sweet chaos where we are shown the routines of a government hospital. And no, this movie is not about the patients but the family of the patients who are admitted. I mean, hospitals are supposed to be very depressing places, but this was a very different point of view from the director's eye, where the family of the patients who live in the bystanders hall come into each other's aid and become an emotional support and a pseudo family of sorts. When the film starts, we are just introduced to the characters all together and without any context, so it might throw some of the audiences off because it's extremely random. But consider that it's a hospital and there were so many things going on, like all the daily routines that were being shown. I honestly enjoyed the entire chaos of it. In fact, I was reminded of the opening sequence of the Malayalam film Virus, where we are introduced to the film with a similar kind of sequence where you see so many activities that are happening in the emergency room of the hospital. Of course, the mood and the picturization of that sequence was more on the somber side. This is more on the positive side. Like, you feel while watching this film's opening sequence that yes, there is a sense of happiness to it. So yeah, when I was watching the sequence in Madhuram and I got reminded of Virus, I thought to myself, what a great juxtaposition it is, because the situations are so similar yet so different, and it made me really appreciate of something we call as the director's vision, because it shows how a similar scenario can be viewed from different set of eyes. Coming back to the writing, another thing which I found really interesting is that none of the patients are revealed in the film except one, and we empathize for these patients through the eyes of the family members, through their dialogues and through their emotions, which I thought was really amazing. And in that context, the character that impressed me the most was that of Indran's. He's waiting in the bystanders hall because his wife is supposed to get a kneecap replacement surgery, and the way he expresses his love for the wife, it is just so adorable to watch, and it really warms your heart. Like I said, we never really see the wife, but Indran's dialogue delivery, the way he projected the love for the wife, it just made me root for this couple. My least favorite character is that of Taju, because I felt his placement in the film was extremely random. Like, the impact he had in the overall scheme of things wasn't felt much by me. Do let me know what were your thoughts on Taju's character. Next, we see two parallel love stories in the film. One is between Joju George and Shruti Ramachandran, and second is between Arjun Ashokan and Nikhila Vimal. The former couple's love story is written so well. It is literally the biggest highlight of this film. The character development is superb, and overall it's a very endearing and innocent love story. In addition to that, the chemistry between Joju George and Shruti Ramachandran is phenomenal. Now, in a stark contrast to this, the love story between Arjun and Nikhila was a letdown for me. I just could not connect with this couple. I mean, they had some really nice moments, but that's it. Their story felt rushed, and honestly, there was not much info for me to really root for them. No offense, but Arjun's character seemed nothing but a man-child to me. It never seemed that he had his own opinion. There is one scene where he's discussing about his marital problems with the other actors and saying that after his mother's operation, he would just consider leaving his wife because his mother also might be of the same opinion. The other men just jumped the gun, criticizing his decision outright. So we have one extreme opinion that the mother might have and tell her son that, yeah, leave your wife. We have another extreme opinion where all of these men, they are saying no, it's a bad decision, and I as an audience, I'm completely confused because I don't know whose fault is it. So I cannot form an opinion. I don't know how the mother is, if it's the mother's fault. I don't know if it's the wife's fault, because I also see that she's going out of her way to cook so many dishes to impress her mother-in-law. And I don't know if it's the husband's indecisiveness. It could be a mix of all of these things, but I really couldn't form a concrete opinion. And I honestly think there was a huge potential to explore this arranged marriage storyline, but it just did not land well. Another thing that I might add is really important and critical to the storyline is the presence of food. It is an integral part and almost like a character in itself, and the way the presence of food was incorporated and given importance to, I really liked it. Now, as I mentioned before, that this movie overall gives a very positive, a very very endearing and happy vibe. But keeping aside all of that, the situations shown in the film are very, very realistic. Like the treatment of every scenario is done in a realistic manner. It is positive, but it is not overdose of positivity. The final scene of the film, the last 10 minutes, are completely etched in my heart. Like Joju George and Shruti Ramachandran in that entire final sequence, they just, broke my heart and also won my heart over. If somebody asks me what is the storyline of this film, I really don't have a definitive answer, because it's more like moments that happen in your life. For example, like in Facebook, how it gives you a notification, oh, this particular event happened 5 years back, this happened 1 year back. It's more like that. So these are like strangers meeting at one point of time and sharing their life experiences, sharing their thoughts, and then moving apart. It's just like that. Now I want to discuss a little bit about the technical aspects. I feel that cinematography wise, this movie was so superior, as most of the Malayalam films are, honestly. The highlight though is the food that gets prepared in the movie, and a lot of thought has been put out. Like I said, food is like a character in the film. So a lot of thought has been put into how the preparation of the meals is going to be shown, and it shows that they have thought out that it needs to look very, very aesthetically pleasing and appetizing. See, with food shots and food b-rolls, if it doesn't look appetizing, it doesn't serve the purpose. And here I think they have nailed it. The events and the conversations that happen inside that bystanders hall, that has also been captured really well. It gives a very homely feeling, and after a point I completely forgot that, oh, this is part of the hospital. Music and BGM is another strong point of this film. The score is beautiful, it's blissful, it's calming, and the song placements are wonderful. I really like the fact that all the songs were also subtitled, like the lyrics were subtitled, and it really added a lot of value to that particular scene whenever a song was playing. I would say the overall songs are very, very calming. That's the first thing which comes in my mind, is that yes, it's just calming. Now when it comes to the edit, for me, honestly, I didn't even realize when the movie got over. So it felt like a breeze to me. So I was very happy with the edit. And I appreciated the fact how well the scenes of the past and present, how well the scenes were jumping between past and present. So I was not disconnected at all from the scenes. But I think the soul of this movie lies in the performances. Because when you're presenting a slice of life film like this, which is so random in its storyline, it is the performances which lifts the entire movie up. And for this film, the three actors which completely make this movie so magical are Joju George, Shruti Ramachandran, and Indrans. For me personally, it is because of these three actors that I actually enjoyed watching this film. Joju George and Shruti Ramachandran's chemistry is out of this world. It's a beautifully presented love story. It will keep you engaged and hooked. The moments that Indrans have where he's talking so proudly and with so much love about his marriage that has lasted 40 years, it just puts a smile on your face. And might I just add that Arjun and Nikhila were also good in their respective roles. It is just their characters that completely put me off. In a romantic drama, if I don't feel the romance between a couple, then well, it just makes no sense to me. So yeah, with Arjun and Nikhila, I was like, yeah, okay, it's fine, they're acting well, but I feel nothing. But with Joju George and Shruti Ramachandran, I was like, yes, this is the love story that I want to watch. So yeah, the movie has its hits and misses, and there were a little bit more hits than the misses for me. So overall, I enjoyed watching this film. And yes, those were my thoughts on the Malayalam film Madhuram. You can watch this on Sony Live. And yes, with that, I will end my review here. If you have watched it, please let me know what were your thoughts on the overall film and the characters whom you could connect with and not connect with, like basically your opinions about the film. I would love to read them in the comments. And yes, with that, I will end the video right now, and I will see you soon on my next one. Bye.